Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday to you. It is the second week of February. Happy Monday, happy new week to you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, jump on in. To all of those Facebookers, like this broadcast, tag 2 or 3 people in it, and then share it to your profile, to your pages, to your groups that you're a part of. And make sure you hit that subscribe and that follow and notification button on the Rev J Daniels page so that you can get notifications every time we're live right here every morning. To all of our YouTubers, to those that are in the YouTube land creating your now YouTube page, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit like on this video. Make sure that you have subscribed to the YouTube channel and you hit that bell notification button. And then take some time to click that share button. We copy the link there and share it to 2 or 3 people via text message, emails, post it on your page, whatever you have to do. Share it out to 2 or 3 people. Let them know, hey, we're in a good grief season. We're talking about grieving, well, but healing while you build. And you just need to tune in all February. Just let them know. And then make sure that you have joined us in the school app. That's where our grief worksheets are going to come from. So you need to make sure you click the link that's in the description of either video and join the school app. It's free of charge. You just need to put your email and your name there and then download the app so you can get notifications when different worksheets and stuff are put into the community there. So make sure that you join right there. We want to see you on the school app. All right. And thank you for all of the people that have donated, that have sowed into our ministry. If you want to sow this week, we're sowing in the denomination of 7. We're sowing in the denomination of 7. So however that looks like for you, $7, $1.77, $57, wherever your heart is, wherever your obedience is, wherever your posture is, wherever your sacrifice to the Lord is, you can sow right there in the denomination of 7. I'm excited. I'm going to give you some dates to hold on to. I'm going to give you some dates to hold on to. We're having Vision Fest 2026. I'm going to have some flyers and stuff to put in the video, but uh, Vision Fest 2026 is um, 10th, October 9th and 10th. Well, let's just say the 8th through the 10th. So make provisions, put that on your calendar, block out the dates, October 8th through 10th, so you will know, and just put Vision Fest right there. So all of your seeds and stuff that you're sowing is going to go towards that. So thank you for your generosity. And then make sure you put that on your calendar so that you can make plans. I'll have the save the date, an official save the date soon. But go ahead and put that in your calendar so you can make plans to be at Vision Fest 2026. If not live, then in person, then you can also do some of the things via stream. So just put that in your calendar right now so that you'll know October 8th to the 10th will be having Vision Fest 2026, right? All right, let us get into today's broadcast. Feel it, don't feed it. Feel it, but don't feed it. Um, Feeling pain is healthy. Feeding pain, however, is very dangerous. Some of us were taught to ignore emotions while others were taught to sit in them endlessly. Neither leads to healing. I tell you all the time that trauma lives in extremities. And so, whether we're extremely ignoring them or we're extremely sitting in them, we're living in a trauma zone. Emotions are meant to be experienced and not entertained, acknowledged but not amplified, felt but not fed. This session is about learning how to let pain move through you without letting it take over you. You can feel deeply and still build wisely. So let us get into today's broadcast. Again, welcome to everyone. Like, tag, and share the video. Truth number one. You're taking notes. Truth number one. Acknowledging emotion is not the same as rehearsing it. Acknowledging emotion is not the same as rehearsing it. There's a thin line between awareness and obsession. There's a thin line between awareness and obsession. Acknowledging it says, this hurts. Rehearsing it says, let me replay this again and again and again. Every time you replay pain, you strengthen its grip. Every time you replay pain, you strengthen its grip. You revisit the conversation, you reimagining the ending, you rehearse what you should have said, and suddenly what you started as healing turns into emotional looping. You just start looping around the emotion. And many of us are in that place because well, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I had did this, and if they had did this, and if we had been there, and what we keep doing is we should have been, and it does not bring us to a place of healing. Builders learn to acknowledge emotion once and resist replaying it repeatedly. You know, I grew up in a bunch of eras. I grew up in a bunch of eras, but one of the latter eras was the CD. And you remember, when you had a song on a CD you put it on repeat, and then pretty soon the CD just starts skipping because you just repeated that CD. So, well, in order to repeat, it had to spin around really quickly to get back to that song, or that place or whatever. And so a lot of us have our pain on repeat. And I hate to say it this way, but we have got a sense of safety in our trauma. We have gotten a sense of stability in our chaos. We've gotten a sense of identity in what hurt us. And so we practice emotional looping. We keep it on replay instead of healing through it. We keep painting ourselves with it. Some of us like to live in chaos. Some of us thrive off of the pain now. Or that's how we build, and it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. We learn how to acknowledge it without replaying it. You don't heal by reliving the wound. You heal by recognizing it and releasing it. Put that in your notes. I need to recognize and release it. Recognize and release it. Not relive it. Recognize and release it. Truth number two. Truth number two. Feeding pain trains your nervous system to stay stuck. Feeding pain trains your nervous system to stay stuck. Your body learns pattern. Put that down. Just in case you didn't know that, just put that in your notes. That your body, your mind, your spirit, it learns patterns. When I'm getting ready to get in my car. When the broadcast is over and head to the gym, right? And when I get ready to get in my car to head to the gym, automatically it pulls up Lifetime Fitness, and all I got to do is click go, because it knows that there is a pattern at this time every morning that I head to the same place. Our bodies is in that same pattern system. It knows every day around this time you get stuck in grief. Every day around this time you start looping how they left you. Every day around this time you start feeling that abandonment. Your body learns the patterns. When you feed pain with constant focus, your nervous system stays on high alert. That's why we have these anxiety attacks and panic attacks, because honestly, we have allowed our nervous system to learn a pattern of emotional looping. You're not dramatic. You're just dysregulated. Feeding pain looks like this: constantly venting without processing. What are you venting if you're not processing? You're on the phone with your homeboy, you're on the phone with your homegirl, and you just vent, da, 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 but you're not processing anything. You just want to rehearse it. And after so long, some of your friends ought to say, you know what? We've rehearsed this long enough. What we're going to do about it? How we're going to process this? How we're going to move forward about it? And if you got people that just want to hear you vent all the time, they also an enabler you to emotionally loop. Constant venting without processing is feeding pain. Endless journaling. We think journaling's, well, let me just start journaling with. But endless journaling without resolution. That's like venting to your journal. But you've not processed anything to get a resolution. You are feeding it, you're rehearsing it, you're looping it. Replaying loss without grounding. You keep going over what you lost without grounding yourself in your new normal, your new reality, your new place. Feeling pain allows it to move, but feeding pain makes it settle. It's like a cat, stray dog. When you start putting out milk and water and food at your front door, it starts to think that it has a place that it can come feed at. And a lot of us have put out milk and water and food for our emotional looping. And every day it feels like when it's hungry, it knows where to stop to get fed at. And you're going through your day, having an amazing day, and all of a sudden that emotion wants to get fed. And all of a sudden you're thrown off, you're off kilter. Your anxiety is through the roof. Your stress levels are up because you've been constantly venting, endlessly journaling, and replaying the loss without processing resolution or grounding. You've been feeding it instead of feeling it. Builders regulate their emotions, so emotions don't regulate them. We need to come to a place where we can start regulating our emotions instead of letting our emotions regulate us, tell us what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. And some of us don't feel like it is, but when somebody say, oh girl, do you want to go to X, Y, and Z? You say, I can't go to X, Y, and Z because Sister Watermelon and Sister Watermelon did this and she said that and that. And you don't realize how your emotions have just X'd you out of doing something that could have moved you forward, propelled you forward. But you X'd out of it because your emotions are controlling you. It's making you stay out of spaces. It's making you shrink. It's making you not feel worthy of. You cannot let your emotions regulate you. You got to start regulating them. This is not about shutting down. This is about staying steady, staying regulated so that you can build wisely. Truth number three. Truth number three. Truth number three. Emotions are meant to pass through, not take residence. Emotions are meant to pass through and not take residence. Emotions are visitors. They knock, they speak, and they leave. But when you feed them, you invite them to stay. You know how it is. You got some cousins and some friends. You just better not invite them over for dinner because they ain't gonna know how to go home. Some of us, our emotions are like that. Emotions should be indicators. They should not be residential instructions. Pain deserves acknowledgement, but it does not deserve ownership. And many of us are giving ownership to our spaces, our time, our mind, our body, our soul to emotions. Yes, acknowledge them. Find out what they're indicating that God needs to heal, deliver, and set free in you. And then let's move forward. Let's process through them. You can cry without camping there. You can cry without camping out there, without staying there. You can cry without living there. You can cry without allowing it to live there. You can grieve without giving it a permanent residence. Healthy builders let emotions flow through like a river. It's constantly moving. It's not stagnated. It's not stuck. It's not looping. It's not filling one space. It's the flow. Don't let your emotions pool like a swamp in your spirit, man, in your mind, in your body. Movement is healing. Don't let your emotions become stagnant, because then they begin to control you. Okay? Let us talk about our homework. Let's talk about our homework for a second here. The first question is, what emotions have you been feeding instead of feeling? What emotions have you been feeding instead of feeling? This is like that abandonment, that rejection. It started in your childhood, but every relationship, you see it and you feed it. Every person you meet, you see it and you feed it. Every time there's a betrayal and letdown, you see it and you feed it. Instead of acknowledging and processing the abandonment, the rejection, the hurt, the betrayal, even from your childhood, even in your teenage years, even in your first adult years. What emotion have you been feeding through the years, looping through the years, allowing to be a resident in your life through the years, instead of feeling it, processing it, and healing it? Now ask, what does acknowledging this once look like today? What does it, acknowledging it once so that I can move on, look like today? Name the emotion, sit with it for 5-10 minutes, breathe through it, then shift your focus intentionally. You're not avoiding the pain, you're preventing it from ruling you ever again. So name it, sit with it for 5 minutes, breathe through it, then shift your focus intentionally. They betrayed me. Let me name it. Let me sit with it. How did the betrayal make me feel? Where did I start seeing it? How did it draw me and attract me to other people? Sit with it for a moment, process through it, then breathe. Then decide to shift your focus intentionally. That betrayal was actually protection. God protected me from being in that circle of mean girls. God protected me from being in that circle that fell off, that's going to fall off, that's going to do something. And it shift intentionally how God protected you and what felt like rejection. How God set you free when what felt like abandonment. Shift your focus intentionally. You are allowed to feel everything. But what you're not allowed to do is let anything take over you. Feel it, but don't let it take over you. This is the season that you'll stop feeding what hurt you. And you'll start guiding yourself through it to a place of healing, a place of deliverance, a place of freedom. You don't need to be numb. You don't need to spiral. You just need to regulate your emotions. Builders who can feel without feeding heal faster and lead better. Write that down. Builders who can feel without feeding heal faster and lead better. Let me give you our declarations for today. I allow myself to feel. I refuse to feed pain. I regulate my emotions with wisdom. I stay present and grounded. I build while healing. I create my now. I allow myself to feel. I refuse to feed pain. I regulate my emotions with wisdom. I stay present and grounded. I build while healing. I create my now. Listen, I'm excited about what God is going to do, what He is doing in our lives as we continue to yield to His Spirit, yield to how He want to heal us, so that we can build wisely under His direction. So continue to yield yourself to healing. Continue to yield yourself to God. Continue to present these things to Him. Don't live with them. Don't allow them to regulate you. Don't rehearse them. Don't get stuck in a looping. Give them to Him. Yield them to Him. All right. Make sure you like, tag, and share this. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you join the school app, which is the description is in the link. The link is in the description of the video. So make sure you join it right there. And then if you're sowing, we're sowing in the denomination of 7. This cycle of emotional looping is over. And we're sowing into the completion of it. I'm not going to cycle and loop in this anymore. We are closing the gap. It's done. It's not going to rule me anymore. It's not going to regulate me anymore. I'm sowing this seed as a seed of faith, an intentional seed that says the looping is done. It's finished. It's completed. I'm not going to go through another cycle of this. So you're sowing $1.77, $7.77, 87.77. Wherever your faith is, wherever your belief is, wherever your heart is, wherever your cheerful giving is, wherever your sacrifice to the Lord and your obedience to Him is, you can sow right there in the denomination of 7. The ways of giving is in the description of the video on YouTube, and it's in the comments of the video on Facebook. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, Apple Pay, Google Pay, all of the ways are right there. And pretty soon we will have you a link for you to be able to just click and donate. We are 501c3 tax deduction tax entity, so you are able to deduct it on your income tax as well, all of your charitable contributions. So right there, we're going to pray over every seed that come. You're blessed, your seed blessed, this word is blessed in your life. So go, grow, and glow. May His peace, His protection, and His provision be your portion. Until we meet again tomorrow, same time, same place. Invite somebody, let them know we're on Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. on the East Coast, and 4 a.m. on the West Coast, right here on Create Your Now, Arise and Build, as we keep arising and we keep building. More grace to you.